Assessment for learning and formative assessment are often used interchangeably, and in many ways, that's fair enough because they are very, very similar. But it is worth noting that some researchers, for example, Broadfoot et al. In 1999, say that the term formative might be open to interpretation and might mean little more than the fact that the assessment happens during the teaching, but it may not contribute to aiding learning. So they say that assessment might be formative in that it will possibly help the teacher to identify areas of weakness or where students need more practice, but for the pupils, the information that they get from the assessment, so the feedback that they get, for example, might tell them about how well they did or how badly they did, but it doesn't help them to make further progress towards their learning. So really that's kind of the difference. Assessment for learning very definitely tells the students where they are now, but also crucially where they need to go and how best to get there. And that's kind of how Broadfoot et al. In 2002 define it. They define it as being a way of seeking and interpreting evidence that learners and teachers use to decide where the students are now, but crucially, as I say, where they need to go and how best to get there. So just to answer the question, if your formative assessment just gives the teacher information about the student's weaknesses, then no, it's not assessment for learning. If your formative assessment gives the teacher information but also helps the students to help themselves to learn as well, then yes, it's the same as assessment for learning.